There comes a moment in life when you have to stop asking the world to believe in you, stop explaining yourself, stop chasing approval, stop waiting for someone to look at you and say, "You are enough." Because the person you truly need to convince is not standing in the crowd, it is you. You know the dreams you buried because somebody laughed at them. You know the promises you made to yourself and quietly broke. You know how many mornings you told yourself, "This time I will change," only to return to the same habits, the same fears, the same excuses. And perhaps that is why you are tired, not because life has defeated you, but because somewhere deep inside you know you have not yet given yourself everything you are capable of giving. So today, stop trying to prove yourself to people who may never understand your journey. Prove yourself to yourself. Wake up when you said you would. Do the work when nobody is watching. Keep going when there is no applause waiting for you. Choose discipline when comfort calls your name. Choose courage when fear tells you to remain small, because every promise you keep to yourself becomes another brick in the foundation of your confidence. You do not need to become extraordinary overnight. You only need to become a little more faithful to the person you said you wanted to be. Let them misunderstand. You let them doubt you. Let them walk away. Your task is not to make them see your worth. Your task is to live in such a way that, when you stand alone with your own reflection, you no longer have to wonder whether you gave up too soon. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself, the tired version, the uncertain version, the version that almost quit, and you will realize something powerful. You were never waiting for someone else to believe in you. You were waiting for you to finally believe enough in yourself to begin. There is a particular kind of exhaustion that comes from living your life in the courtroom of other people's opinions. You wake up wondering what they think. You make a decision and immediately imagine their judgment. You achieve something and still look around for someone to confirm that it matters. You become so accustomed to seeking approval that you forget to ask the most important question: do I respect the person I am becoming? That question changes everything, because other people only see pieces of your story. They see the moment you succeed, but they may never see the years you spent struggling. They see your confidence, but they may never know how many times you had to gather yourself from the floor. They see where you are standing, but they do not know how far you had to walk to get there. So why should their opinion become the measurement of your worth? You cannot build a peaceful life by constantly handing your identity to other people. Someone will always misunderstand you. Someone will always think you are moving too slowly. Someone will question your choices. Someone will tell you that your dream is unrealistic, that your standards are too high, that you have changed, that you should return to the person they were comfortable with. Let them think it. Your life was never meant to be a performance designed to keep everyone comfortable. There is freedom in realizing that you do not need to announce every transformation. You do not need to defend every boundary. You do not need to explain why you walked away from something that was destroying your peace. Sometimes the strongest proof of growth is silence. You simply make a different choice and allow your life to speak for you. Proving yourself to yourself means becoming trustworthy in your own eyes. When you tell yourself you will wake up early, wake up. When you promise yourself that you will finish the work, finish it. When you decide that you will stop returning to what hurts you, keep your distance. When you say you are going to pursue something meaningful, take one step toward it even when nobody applauds. These small decisions may look insignificant from the outside, but inside they are rebuilding something precious: self-respect. Confidence does not always arrive before action. Sometimes confidence is created by action. You begin keeping promises to yourself, and slowly something changes. You no longer need constant reassurance because you have evidence. You have seen yourself endure. You have seen yourself continue. You have watched yourself choose courage on days when fear was louder, and that evidence becomes powerful. One day, you stop asking, "Do they believe in me?" You begin asking, "Do I believe in the person I am becoming?" That is the real victory, not the applause, not the recognition, not the number of people standing beside you. The victory is being able to stand alone, look honestly at your life, and know that you did not betray your own potential just to earn somebody else's approval. There is a difference between telling yourself who you want to become and actually becoming that person. Words can describe a dream, but actions reveal whether you truly believe in it. You can make promises all day long. You can tell the world that you are determined, disciplined, fearless, and ready for change. But when the moment comes to choose between comfort and commitment, that choice tells the truth. You do not prove yourself through what you say when everything is easy. You prove yourself through what you do when nobody's watching, when motivation disappears, when the results are slow, and when the path becomes painfully uncertain. Anyone can speak about change. Few people are willing to live it. If you say you want a better life, then begin making better choices. If you say you want peace, stop returning to the places and people that repeatedly steal it. If you say you want success, learn to work without needing constant encouragement. If you say you want to become stronger, stop running from every uncomfortable moment that gives you an opportunity to grow. Your actions become the evidence of your intentions, and this does not mean you must be perfect. You will have difficult days. You will lose your focus. You will make mistakes. Sometimes you will fall back into old habits. That does not mean you have failed. What matters is what you do next. Do you stay down, or do you stand again? Every time you get back up, you teach yourself something. You teach yourself that one bad day does not define your entire life. You teach yourself that disappointment cannot permanently control your direction. You teach yourself that failure is an event, and not an identity. This is how self-belief is built, not through empty affirmations, but through repeated evidence. You tell yourself you will do something, and then you do it. You tell yourself you will keep going, and then you take another step. You tell yourself you will become stronger, and then you survive something that once would have broken you, slowly, quietly. Something inside you begins to change. You start trusting yourself, and when you trust yourself, you no longer need to announce every goal. You do not need to convince everyone that you are serious. You simply become serious. Your behavior changes. Your standards change. Your priorities change. Your relationship with your own time changes. You begin understanding that discipline is not punishment. It is a form of self-respect. Every time you choose the difficult thing that serves your future over the easy thing that comforts your present, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. That is how you prove yourself to yourself, not by becoming perfect, not by making everyone admire you, not by collecting applause, but by showing up again and again until your actions become stronger than your excuses. Let your life become the evidence. Let your consistency become the answer. Let the person you are becoming speak louder than every promise you have ever made, until one day you no longer need to tell yourself that you are capable, because you have lived enough days proving that you are.